Yo, this is Terrell from Hall of Fame and D-Line. These are Bully Rants. And someone asked me a question about picking out a puppy. And how do I pick out puppies and what's the best way to pick out puppies. And I think I've touched on this before, but we'll go back into it, how to pick out a puppy. For one, it's just like picking out an adult. In a previous rant that was just a second ago, I discussed that. And one of the main things is, one of the main mistakes I see people make it. They go in there and they look for one feature. That's horrible. If you're looking for the biggest head, if you're looking for the biggest rear, the biggest chest, the biggest shoulders, and you're not looking at the overall complete dog, you might have the dog with the biggest head, but he might not be the best dog. You want to look at that puppy that moves well, that has everything. I mean, that has everything. Head is important, chest and shoulders is important, but you want the best overall dog, because as they grow and they mature, that's what you're going to look for in the show ring. The biggest head won't win you anything but a fun show, you know. So you want to pick a dog that has good overall symmetry. And what I like to do a lot of times is I typically take, you know, a child with me and women. Something about women. Women have an eye for beautiful things, which tend to cost you sometime, but but women do have a very good eye for symmetry. It's been known forever that in the art world that women tend to have a better eye for symmetry, which translate to beautiful things. So a lot of times I'll ask women who might not even be into dogs, or I'll ask a kid, because a kid's eye is untrained but at the same time unbiased, and you just sit back and you look at the litter and you let them move around, and you let them move around. And a lot of the times, it's not every time, you know, between your eyes and what a kid sees and what the woman will see, is typically you'll find that one puppy that sticks out from the litter. The way he moves around, and it's just something about this one dog that he looks a lot more symmetrical, a lot more better put together. And you always have to remind them, we're not just talking about markings, but we're talking about which dog is the most complete dog. And a lot of times, you know, they'll strike a pose. It's something that always does it. But you know, it's you look for the best overall dog. I remember when I picked De Niro out, it was a lot of bigger dogs. He was by far the smallest. But every other dog had a major feature, whether it was a chest, a head, or whatever. And De Niro was actually the throwaway dog. But the thing about De Niro, when I looked at him and I figured out, hey, this dog could be that thing, is he had everything. He was, I like compact dogs. He was compact. He had a rear, he had a chest, he had the shoulders, he had the head. And, you know, as he stood at that time, he had a good top line, which later developed to not be the greatest top line. But that's what made me pick that dog, and he ended up becoming a legend in his own right. And it was the same thing with Hallie. I got plenty of offers to back off of Hallie, but she was just a complete little puppy compared to the rest of the litter. She wasn't the biggest or any of that, but she was very, very complete. Same thing with Denzel, you know. Same thing with his brother Rome, when I told his owner that this dog at the time, which didn't look like much, he looked more so unbully, or not bully. But I was telling his owner at the time, I told Joe, I said, man, this is going to be a hell of a dog, just because he had everything and it fit together perfectly, and knowing how the blood goes. And that's another key, understanding how the blood that you're looking at grows. Because some, especially a lot of true American bullies, they'll look like more pit bullish as their puppies, you know, and they have to grow into that. Usually, typically, it pops after a year that they really come into a totally different look. So you have to understand what you're looking at. But hopefully that helped out some. Be posting more very soon. Y'all have a good day. Keep it bully.